Hello, everybody. My name is Anuj Rutger. I'm going to be your host for the student showcases of today. Specifically, right now, we have Block A, and for our first game of the entire showcase, we have Sushi Roll 2 made by Alex. Alex, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Alex. I'm from Chico, California. I go to CSU Chico. I'm the only person that's really working on it. I have a friend doing the art, and I have like two friends that have been working on the art, and yeah. Uh, did you want me to answer all the other
Uh,
questions?
we'll be asking those as we stream the game.
I
But
see.
thank you for the introduction. So,
We're just going to be loading up the game real quick. Sorry about the
for sure.
inconvenience. So, for the game, what was the sort of thought process of sort of how you came up with the game concept here?
Well, the original idea came a pretty long time ago in like 2018.
Yeah.
I was like at like a sushi restaurant with a friend, and we were just imagining like moving chopsticks, like rotating them around, um, and just imagining like sushi ball rolling and making like a platformer where like you're controlling the platforms rather than like the thing itself, like
Right,
the ball
right.
itself. And yeah, I mean that's kind of how it started. In 2018, when I first worked on it, I didn't really know what I was doing because I didn't really know much about making games at the time.
So this is your first like full project that you worked on, in games.
Well, this is like the second take on it
Okay.
because I made Sushi Roll in 2018, and then I'm just kind of like remaking it right now.
Okay.
Now that like I kind of know more about programming and stuff.
Definitely. What engine did you use to make this game? What engine did you use to make it? Because
I use Game Maker.
Game Maker. Okay. So I guess moving down the list of questions, you're the main developer of this game. What overall? So you've been working on everything, but also you said that
Yes.
you had a couple of friends working on it. What was their part in?
So my my high school friend, he did pretty much all the art. Um, and yeah, but everything else is like all the level design and the programming and all that was my part.
Okay, that's very cool. The idea is great. I remember seeing that it was inspired by Super Monkey Ball and Marble Blast. Marble Blast,
Yes.
I have myself played. So what was kind of your thought process of? Because I can see the inspiration on the baseline, but what was your thought process of integrating those ideas together into one game in Sushi Roll 2? Because those kind of somewhat disparate, or the design ethos of both does seem like it wouldn't necessarily work together, but you made it work.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I took a lot of the elements from it, even though it's like a 3D game, into like a 2D game.
Okay,
Um,
right.
Yeah, I'd never actually like played Marble Blast like as a kid. I only played it like pretty recently. Um, and I thought it was really cool. I think there was like a lot of ideas that like I wanted to use from it. And but Super Monkey Ball, it was just kind of like the speed running aspect and like how the controls are very simple, but the game can still be very challenging.
Right. It can get, even though there's like even with this game, even though there's like limited controls per se,
Yeah.
there's still so much you can do for like gaining speed, maintaining speed. and even like collectible items that you need to like actually slow down. I remember in I think the third or second level, there's a loop, and you have to actually kind of go a different route from the loop in order to get one of the collectibles. So that's really interesting to see. Were there any challenges shifting it from like a 3D game, from 3D, which is from the inspirations, into 2D?
Kind of, yeah. Because how it works in like Super Monkey Ball is that it rotates the platforms. It rotates like the entire level actually, rather than individual objects.
Okay.
And so I tried to do that, where like I'm just rotating all of the objects, and it the way I was doing it was really stupid. Like it just wasn't really working out. So I kind of had to like modify it a little bit so that it's just moving individual platforms.
And I think that we have the game loaded up right now, so we can see that in action too.
Yeah, not the inconvenience. That was a little bit of a technical difficulty here. I will have to forewarn everybody, my skills aren't necessarily representative of the game. Yeah, nope, not.
I can imagine if everything moved around, it would get very easy to get motion sick. Looking at, getting used to the map would be a trial.
You got it.
Sure. Yeah, no.
I like the escalation in terms of like the scope from level 1 to level 2. It just gets much bigger. So with regards to the future of the game, what are your plans right now for development in the future?
Right now I'm working on more music and sound effects. And I'm having another friend who's also at CSU Chico to work on the UI art.
Okay.
And possibly do some like level art modifications because there's kind of only like some limited themes, but I had some ideas for different areas. Like more of like a kitchen looking setting rather than just like blocks.
Like a Sushi Roll escaping from the kitchen.
Yeah.
You're also providing music for us for the showcase itself, so very much looking forward to seeing music added into this game.
Oh, almost.
My bad. No, just. Oh, game ran. Oh no! Oh no! My bad. Yeah, no. Again, my gameplay is not representative of the game here.
When you were developing the game, what were some particular? So you said that this is kind of like your second iteration, hence Sushi Roll 2. What are some kind of things that you learned in between the development of the first game and the second game? You mentioned programming earlier, but if there was anything else that you learned to use, or anything else that helped, helped you?
Yeah. I mean, so that was the first one. That was before I transferred to Chico.
Okay.
So my programming skills was limited to like one intro to Java course. So I didn't really know how to do anything. I was just kind of like following what was on tutorials. So I mean, programming is definitely like a big thing, but also I've been taking a minor in video game design, so like I've been learning a little bit about like level design and just like design in general.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome that your university has a minor in game design. And what would you say the biggest hurdle was throughout this game's development, other than programming? So, where else did you see some kind of like places of, okay, there's something needs to be worked on here?
In your art.
Art, okay.
Yeah, just because it's not really like, it's my weakest skill. Like I'm really bad at art. and so if I like, and so like, um, it'd be really hard like if I just did the art all by myself, you know.
Definitely, it would
And
be.
it's hard to like work with other people to make the art because it's not really something I've done before.
And we just had the art panel too, so that's any artist can kind of like look through that for any advice or working as a team. So very, very, very relevant.
Sorry about being silent. I've been stuck on the last level for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend came up with the level of or the name of this level.
The sliding sashimi.
Yeah, because I haven't been recently, but I used to stream the development of this game.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, and like I was like doing like highlight videos on YouTube, but I'm probably gonna be starting that soon now that school's all over.
That'd be very fun. That'd be very cool to look at. Have you ever used any other engines from GameMaker? Because I know that because a lot of people are like familiar with Unity or aren't familiar with GameMaker per se. But have you had an experience with other game engines? And if so, what's your advice for people who are going from those engines to GameMaker? Because I can see a lot of people liking this engine.
Well, so first I have used Unity a lot because that's what CSUC Chico uses
Okay.
for like all of their classes practically. So I have lots of experience with Unity. I've also used Pico 8, which is a kind of a bite-sized game engine that uses Lua. It's like there's like no real like physics engine. Like you have to like do everything from scratch. And then I also use RPG Maker. That
Going to
was the
GameMaker.
first game I made was with RPG Maker. Yeah.
We have a few people in SGDA who are very big fans or use RPG Maker a lot, and I just finished Finding Paradise, which I believe is an RPG Maker game. So it definitely seems like a good starting point. And going from Pico 8 or something without a physics engine to something with a physics engine inherently must have made things a lot easier or a lot more easy to get used to.
Yeah, it's definitely like a programming challenge to like have to handle collision like on your own, because you know like Unity has like box colliders and all that.
And
but
also
I
the
guess
math or anything.
Yeah, it's a lot of math too.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that for people that would be interested in Game Maker, I mean, I think Game Maker is just simply more. It's kind of. I mean, this is more of an opinion, I guess, but I feel like it's easier than Unity, just because it's 2D, and they. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say.
Definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of tutorials on it.
I guess thank you for answering our questions, and thank you for letting us showcase your game. With that, we will be ending this call, and we'd like to thank you once again, Alex, for showcasing your game, and we had a lot of fun with it. And we'll be putting it in the if you want to talk about it in the Summit Discord, feel free to. And I wish you the best in your future endeavors with Sushi Roll 2.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.